Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Geno's Picks. I know why you're back. You're making a ton of money. 3-1 last week, 7-1 the past two, 12-4 on the year for a nice 75% ratio. Hey, feel free to thank me. Drop me a little email at genob37@aol.com. And before we get to some more winners, you know what really grinds my gears? People at Fox TV. This Saturday, I want to sit back and relax watching my Phils win the NL East pennant, but I can't see it. They're not on the Major League ticket because Fox has picked it up for their programming, but they don't show it. In order, Fox is dying to show you another Yankees-Red Sox meaningless game, then have to set up for the Brewers game against the Cubs, which kind of mattered, and no shot of seeing the Phils clinch because they black it out on the ticket and don't show it on TBS. Get your head out of your ass, Fox TV. Now to Geno's Picks. The Bills are getting a point versus the Cards in Arizona. Okay, I know I was wrong the last time I took a game like this. It was my only loss last week, taking the Pack over the Bucks. But I hate when people say this. What is the line telling you? Gambling lines don't say anything. They don't talk. The only lines that have ever spoken to me are lines of cocaine, and they always say the same thing. What are you waiting for? Exactly. Just ask Travis Henry, our good friend who got picked up again last night for buying cocaine. But in his defense, you need a lot of energy when you're running from 11 different child support payments, right? Okay. Who do I like in this game? I like the Bills. I know they're on the road. I could see if it was 2005 when they were 1-7. But in the past 3 years, including 2-0 this year, the Bills are 8-10 on the road. That's very respectable. Okay? And here's a newsflash for you. The Cards are terrible, and Clay Aiken is gay. And both have been for a long time. In the past 3 years, all of their scoring has come from two places. Neil Racker's kicking balls and Clay Aiken licking them. My point, take the Bills, getting that point in Arizona. My next pick, the Colts, giving 3 to the Texans in Houston. Remember the preseason when everyone said the AFC South was going to be amazing? I think it's like the third best conference now behind the NFC East and the AFC East. But I can't give up on the Colts. I know they're stumbling, but the Colts offense reminds me exactly of the Bolts defense, and both of them got derailed in the preseason with injuries to Manning and Merriman. Let's do a little side note. Can anyone tell me, for the Chargers D, who had the game-winning strip and fumble recovery that led to the tying touchdown? If you said not Sean Merriman's ridiculous knee, you were correct. But it's a trick question, because if you said his backup, Giles Tucker, you were wrong. Giles Tucker had left the game with a tweaked hammy. Incidentally, Clay Aiken was also tweaking a hammy that day, but he was at a Fire Island barbecue. No, the winning strip and fumble recovery was by Marcus Harris. Do you know who he is? He's the backup to Giles Tucker, or more succinctly, Sean Merriman's backup's backup. My point, Merriman's an idiot, okay? When you have a unit that works well together, it doesn't matter who's in that once the reps come together. And I'm telling you, the Colts offense has a week to rest, and they've gotten the reps together. My point is, when you have a huge scoring unit like the Colts offense or Rocco Siffredi, you want to use it every week, okay? So what am I saying? I'm saying take Indy, because much like Rocco Siffredi, they're going to give Houston a pounding. Which brings me to my lock of the week. The New England Patriots giving 3 points to the 49ers in San Francisco. All right, 2 weeks ago, the Dolphins all but waltzed into Foxborough, and as Joey Porter predicted, kicked the living snot out of the Patriots, okay? That was September 21st. If it were up to Belichick, he would be ready to play this game on September 22nd at 6 a.m., but he had to sit 2 weeks and stew in his juices. You don't think he's pissed? You don't think New England's defense is pissed? They're going to come out and make things very difficult for JT lack of O Sullivan. They'll have more trouble getting points across than Leon Spinks in a debate. The Patriots will kill the 49ers. Take New England, giving 3. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet, or run like you stole something to the bank on Tuesday. I don't think I've missed one of these yet, so let's see if we can keep it going. As you know, last week I predicted KC would cover against Denver. I didn't know Denver would lose, but don't think I didn't love it. Why did I know Denver wasn't that good? Because 2 weeks ago, when Denver beat the Saints I basically pinned the blame on Pierre Thomas, who in short yardage situation was completely ineffective. That is why this week, Pierre, I'm so crappy in those short yardage situations, I've turned my coach into a doubting Thomas, will not carry. He didn't last week, and neither did Reggie. I don't like to run between the tackles because I don't have a penis, I have a big bush. He didn't either. You know who got the ball last week? Deuce. I'm such a strong, studly running back that even after I get nailed by a defender, I can still stumble for 3 more yards like a drunken Mick Gallister. That's right. He's going to do it again. And when you have a power running game like that, that sets up the passing game. For Drew, what I just threw past your head cornerback was not a cool breeze. That was a 50-yard touchdown pass. The Saints are going to throw the ball all over the Vikings. Hey, good news, Viking fans. Tavares Not-So-Luscious Jackson won't be starting. Bad news, Vikings fan. Gus, I gave myself a concussion. Farrat will be. You're not going to do well in this game. The Saints will cover. And that's Geno's Picks.